Now let's follow up on the breaking news we covered last night, that massive earthquake on the Russian coast, triggering a tsunami advisory here on the west coast of the U.S. That advisory was dropped before noon today, and so far we've received no reports of any damage or injuries here in the Northwest. But the advisory that went out was a good test of Oregon's emergency alert system and preparedness. Today, we talked to Oregon State Representative Paul Evans, a Democrat out of Monmouth, west of Salem, and he's put together a work group for an omnibus bill for the 2026 legislative session, focusing on Oregon's disaster response and recovery. Representative Evans says the state is not as ready as we need to be when it comes to major disasters. During yesterday's tsunami advisory, he was mostly pleased with local emergency alerts, but he heard from several people who said those alerts did not have enough specific information, things like when the potential waves could arrive and how large they could be. Evans says the state is woefully ill-prepared when it comes to disaster recovery if or when a major disaster strikes. He says those efforts are more of a patchwork across the state, and he wants to standardize an approach. One way to help make that happen, he says, is to get more training facilities for first responders and volunteers. Evans is looking at a plan to put together, or that was put together 15 years ago by then Oregon Governor Ted Kulongoski, when it comes to disaster recovery efforts to incorporate elements into the new legislation for the 2026 session.